Hey, Hyper here. This is my first video where I actually teach how to build something. Something in this case being a first-person interface menu. Looking at the other examples right next to me, it is not too difficult. The special thing about this is the use of the most useless device, drum roll please, the reference device. First we build out the platform. Then we use the classic barrier plate to do a first-person trick. Now we place a surprisingly simple device, the perception trigger. Give me a moment, I'm trying to find it. I must resort to the search bar. There we go. Now let's make it invisible in-game. Just closing off the box. Now we need the useless device, which actually can be useful apparently, the reference device. Just add it to my inventory and we're good to go. The first thing you want to do is remove the hologram effect, so that it looks like your skin. You need to dial the hologram effect strength down to 0. Make sure to keep it close to the barrier plate so that it looks better. Let's put a tiny podium under the reference for detail. I said under the reference, not under the entire platform. Close, just a little off-centered. Now let's wire this thing with the event system, so that when it sees a player, it will copy that player to the reference device, so that it can be multiplayer. I chose to do it backwards from the reference device, but you can do it either way. If you have multiple of the same type of device in your map, and you're using the event system, keep watch on the number next to the name. And select Register Player. Over here we have the centerpiece, the pop-up dialog device. Ignore the title and the button names, those are just for this map. Focus on the settings. Essentially, the first button is the one that starts the game, but the rest are just features that I haven't added yet, but make it look clean. Now, I'm going to pause and skip here. So I added some details here to make it look good. This pop-up device is wired to the earlier one so that when it starts, it does this cool porta-potty animation involving invisible haystacks. First, when it presses the final start, it disables the barrier plate, and then it hides nearby players and teleports them. So testing this, I'm gonna press start. And this will be where you build your map. The prop manipulator is set to make the haystack hidden. I know I did the porta potty animation entrance, but if you want something simple, you can use and play an old teleporter. Well, that's the end of this tutorial, but I will make more tutorials on this map, adding to it. I plan to call the series Build a Map or BAM. It is supposed to be like a mini, updated Save the World. Keep in mind that I'm making this in Creative 1.0, so it will likely not beat Save the World. Hyper out.